Outdoor spaces have a quiet way of reflecting who we are. A simple fence, a patch of soil, or a small corner of green can slowly transform into something deeply personal and beautiful. Today, we're exploring how reclaimed wood and a touch of creativity can turn ordinary garden walls into charming focal points. From sunbursts and butterflies to birds and blooming flowers, these handmade wooden art pieces prove that simple materials can create meaningful impact. You're watching Rustic and Rooted, where we celebrate natural textures, timeless design, and the joy of crafting beauty from what already exists. There is something timeless about a sun symbol glowing against a garden fence. This wood sunburst is made from thin reclaimed slats arranged in a tight circle, with shorter pieces radiating outward like warm rays. Start by selecting scrap boards with similar thickness, then cut and sand them lightly to keep the rustic charm while avoiding splinters. Lay the circle flat on the ground first to balance spacing before attaching everything to a simple backing board. Once mounted on a fence or shed wall, the piece instantly brightens the space. Surrounded by climbing plants or small pots beneath it, the sunburst becomes a cheerful focal point that celebrates both creativity and sustainability. A bold wooden flower can bring lasting color and shape to your garden wall without ever fading. Using pallet wood, cut 6 to 8 rounded petal shapes and a small circle for the center. Layer the petals slightly so the flower feels full and lively, even though the build is very simple. Light sanding keeps the edges smooth while preserving the weathered texture that makes reclaimed wood so appealing. Mount the finished bloom on a fence where real flowers grow nearby, allowing the wooden petals to echo the natural ones. The contrast between living plants and rustic timber creates depth, warmth, and a charming handmade presence in even the smallest garden corner. A simple bird silhouette can instantly add a sense of life and movement to a quiet garden wall. Trace a clean bird outline onto scrap plywood, cut it carefully, and attach it to a single weathered plank as a backing. Keeping the design minimal ensures the shape is clear and easy to recognize from a distance. Once mounted, place it where vines or leafy branches frame the edges, almost as if the bird has just landed there. The beauty of this project lies in its simplicity. With only a few cuts and basic assembly, you create a peaceful focal point that celebrates nature while giving discarded wood a meaningful new purpose. Leaves are one of the most recognizable shapes in any garden, which makes them perfect for wooden wall art. Cut 3 different leaf styles from reclaimed boards, such as a broad maple, a rounded oak, and a slender fern-inspired design. Carve shallow groove lines to suggest natural veins, adding detail without making the build complicated. Arrange the trio vertically or in a gentle staggered pattern for balance. When mounted on a fence, the wooden leaves echo the living plants around them, creating harmony between crafted and natural elements. The varied shapes and wood grains bring texture and movement, turning a plain wall into a layered, organic display. A butterfly design brings softness and charm to an outdoor wall while remaining easy to build. Create 2 mirrored wing shapes from thin scrap boards, then attach them to a narrow center strip that forms the body. Keeping both sides symmetrical is key, so lay them out flat before fastening everything together. The finished piece should clearly show the gentle curves of the wings. Mount it where flowers grow below, allowing the wooden butterfly to feel connected to its surroundings. The contrast between the solid reclaimed wood and delicate wing shape adds visual interest. It becomes a quiet reminder of transformation, crafted entirely from materials that once had another life. A tulip silhouette offers a clean and recognizable form that works beautifully on a garden fence. Cut the main flower shape from pallet wood, then add 2 slim leaf pieces along the stem. Mount everything onto a single reclaimed board to keep the design stable and easy to hang. The simplicity of the outline is what makes it strong, so avoid overcomplicating the details. Once installed near real plants, the wooden tulip blends into the setting while still standing out as art. The vertical lines of the stem draw the eye upward, adding height and structure to your garden wall without overwhelming the space. The familiar outline of a birdhouse instantly suggests warmth and welcome. Cut a flat house shape from scrap wood, including a peaked roof and a small round piece to represent the entry hole. Keep the edges clean and the silhouette bold so it is easy to recognize from afar. Mount it securely on a fence panel near climbing greenery or hanging pots to create a layered look. Even though it is only decorative and flat, the shape brings a sense of function and story to the wall. This simple project shows how basic geometry and reclaimed materials can come together to create inviting garden charm. Mushrooms add a playful woodland feeling to any garden space. Cut 2 mushroom shapes from reclaimed boards, one slightly taller and one shorter for a natural pair. Attach them to a weathered plank backing so they feel grounded and stable. Sand lightly to smooth the edges but leave the wood grain visible for character. When mounted above leafy ground plants, the mushrooms appear as if they have sprouted along the fence. The curved caps and sturdy stems create a clear, friendly silhouette. This project proves that even the simplest shapes can transform leftover wood into a decorative accent full of personality and story. A dragonfly design introduces a sense of lightness and motion to a wooden fence. Use 1 long strip of scrap wood for the body, then cut 4 teardrop shapes for the wings. Arrange them carefully so the wings are evenly spaced and balanced on both sides. Keeping the lines clean ensures the insect shape is immediately recognizable. Once mounted near tall grasses or flowering plants, the dragonfly seems to hover gently above the garden. The elongated body and wide wings create a pleasing horizontal spread across the wall. With minimal materials and straightforward assembly, you achieve a delicate effect that celebrates both craftsmanship and nature. A crescent moon adds a calm and slightly magical atmosphere to your garden wall. Cut the curved shape from reclaimed plywood, sanding the edges until the arc feels smooth and graceful. The design should remain simple, allowing the silhouette to speak clearly against the fence. Mounted in a cozy corner, perhaps near lanterns or evening plants, the moon becomes especially striking at dusk. The curved form contrasts beautifully with the straight lines of fence boards. By using scrap wood and basic tools, you create a piece that feels thoughtful and serene, turning an ordinary garden space into a place that invites quiet reflection. Throughout this video, we've seen how scrap wood can be shaped into suns, leaves, birds, and other nature-inspired forms that bring warmth and character to a garden wall. Each project is simple, approachable, and deeply rewarding, proving that thoughtful design does not require complicated tools or expensive materials. When you shape wood by hand and place it in your garden, you are not just decorating a space, you are nurturing it. Beautiful outdoor spaces feed the soul and tell a story of care. If you feel inspired, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below.